Hey, what's good, everyone? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. This is the last Monday of March. I am your co-host, Derek Hall, Too Tall Hall. Call me what you must. This is my co-host.
Hey, everybody. This is Quentin Q.
Q. As you can tell, I don't know about Quentin, but I'm tired. I'm beat. I can't wait to we got to go back to the studio, and we'll definitely be back in the studio. Marlon from Don't Get Me Started, he's going to be on
in
a few weeks. Yeah, in a few weeks we're going to be doing that. Before we get things started, how you doing? How you feel? I love your shirt, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. It says I don't date Scorpios, which is actually just a joke because I am a Scorpio, but we'll talk about that later.
Yes.
In our topics. I'm pretty good though. I'm just tired, like you said, grinding. How you doing?
I'm drained. I'm tired, and people kept saying, "Don't get a cat. Don't get pets." I was like, come on. How bad can it be? It's bad to the point where I'm seeing my cat in my bed, under the covers, just relaxing. It's
under the
bad.
covers?
It's bad to the fact that I had the super here yesterday, the unclog. Some hair had to be his hair, and then as we speak, I'm literally watching him in my bathroom, just sit on my toilet, scratching stuff. So, of course, I'm a professional. I'm not gonna throw this paper towel at him. Come on, I ain't gonna do that.
Simba's over there acting up.
Yes, Simba. But let's get into it. We're gonna be talking some good stuff. First off, zodiac signs. Zodiac signs or just bad behavior? So, you ever heard when people, they always catch an attitude, they do this, they do that, and the reason for their attitude or for their behavior is they say their sign. I am like that as well. Sometimes I could be hard-headed, I can be short-tempered, I'll be like, oh, I'm a Leo. Or my former friend used to say, your Leo is showing. Sometimes I got those traits where I'm egotistical, where I'm driven to get something like this apartment. I busted my ass to try to get this apartment, and I wanted to stay in the hump. Is it the sign that made me like that, or is it just my will and determination? Can a sign take, can your zodiac sign take up that much credit, good or bad? You are a
Scorpio.
Sorry,
Scorpio.
Yes.
Yes.
So
the best sign.
Do you feel like sometimes what they say about Scorpios match your real personality, or is it just you, not what the paper says about that sign, about what you say you are? Is it you that are doing what you're doing, or are you taking the blame because it's your zodiac sign? Excuse me.
Well, personally, I feel like we all have our own free will. So we all are in charge of what we do. Yeah. And I think that I don't like it when people blame their behaviors on their zodiac signs.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, I also do believe that our zodiac signs do kind of influence a bit of the way we look at the world and kind of the way we are too, in some respects. Because like you said with the, do I believe that I fit mine? The things that people say about Scorpios, yeah, I really do fit mine, actually. If you're to read my,
tell us a little about her, Scorpio and why you match it.
So Scorpios, we are known to be a bit mysterious. We're very analytical. We're loyal. But we're forgiving, but we don't forget. We will remember how you made us feel like forever. The mysterious thing is a really, really, really big one though. Very big. We are, how do I say it? We take our time getting close to people. and letting people in. And a lot of times we don't necessarily show all of our emotions like just outright. We don't necessarily wear our heart on our sleeve. We keep it close to the chest.
Mhm.
And I fit all of that. I mean, I already know the answer to this, but do you feel like you fit your zodiac sign?
Yeah, I do. Like I said, there's moments where I am a little, they said Leos are jealous. I get jealous. I do. I get jealous quickly. I am quick-tempered. My sister can vouch for me as well. My sister's an August Leo as well. She's August 4th. I could get driven when I see somebody still in my spotlight. For example, here's a fun fact. I don't like to be around anybody taller than me because they're taking my shine. They're taking away the attention. So I stay away from them. But not everything they say about Leos is true. Sometimes I think it's just me and the way I hold myself, my character, my personality. They say Leos will bite you. You know me for a good year. I won't bite you unless I'm provoked. I don't just go looking for trouble. They say Leos usually go looking for trouble. But maybe it's just the way I carry myself. It's not always on, I'll put it like this. Let's break this down. There's a difference between traits and choices. Yeah.
There's a
difference between traits and choices. Sometimes we have that choice where we think, we do those things because it's our choice. It's not because man-made was written. This is what a Aries is. This is what a Cancer is. No. Sometimes it's just our choices,
Yeah.
No, I was going to let you follow up if you had something.
Oh, no, I was just agreeing with you on that one. That is true. Well, I guess for a little follow-up, though, excuse me, you are right, though. I mean, we do still also have our own choices, and no matter what your zodiac sign is, who you are as a person, like your character, is you. And that's something that we have to work on. It's not just like intrinsic. Like, I want to be a good person. That's not going to be my zodiac sign that's going to make me a good person. It's going to be me consciously trying to be a good person. So there's a little bit of both in there.
I was on the train the other day, and these two dudes, it was about to fight on the train, and and we'll follow up to what the next thing I'm about to say. This dude was like, I'm an Aries, bro. You don't want to mess with me. I'm aggressive. I'll fuck you up and stuff like that.
Wow.
Now here's the kicker. The dude was brolic, in good shape. I don't think it's anything to do with him being an Aries, because he can be a Cancer or a Gemini. He looks like he can just, regardless of what year you was born, he looks like he can fuck you up regardless. I mean, what month you born? Excuse me. He looks like he can fuck you up regardless of the zodiac sign. Sometimes, for good or bad, we use astrology as a shield. They say a certain demographic, I think they say, what zodiac they say are toxic?
Sometimes people will actually say Scorpio.
I hear Scorpios and Geminis.
And Geminis, they say that too. They say that about Scorpios and Geminis. But I am not toxic.
Yeah, and that's you just helped me out. Yes, you are not toxic. We have been friends for a year, going on 2 years. Come December, and I have met you, and you have always been a delight. You're caring. Yeah, there has been 2 times where I have seen your. Let's talk about it. I have seen you get upset. And people, I'm 6'8". He is 5'6". I have seen him get upset, and I had to slowly back away. You know,
it's in there.
It's there. And for the record, never laid my hands on him. I will never do that, and I don't bark on him. You know,
likewise.
I just slowly back away. But no, you're not like that. But there are people who are toxic just because who they are, the way. And here's the kicker: the people that they hang around make them toxic as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's not always the sign, you know. And I wanna bring out 3 signs that gets a lot of flack. These are the 3 signs, and ask yourself, do you know somebody who match what they say? So I'm going to tell you 3 signs that get a lot of heat, and I'm going to explain those signs, zodiac signs, and you tell me, do you know somebody that matches the description, or do you feel like it's just them personally?
Okay.
And people at home, leave a comment. You know, if you know anybody who matches the description of the 3 zodiac signs I'm going to call out, put it in the chat. Join in. All right, so Aries, they're aggressive or just rude. Leos, they need attention or validation issues. And Gemini, they got 2 sides. One is real and one is fake.
Ooh. So I have somebody for each one of these, and I will say certain aspects of all of them hold true. It's funny that the first one you mentioned was Aries, because you had that story about the person on the train who was ready to fight, and he said he was an Aries. So I will say, for me personally, and I'm not sure if I've shared this before. I've told you, but I'm not sure if I've shared it on here before. I was in a domestic violence relationship years ago, and he is an Aries, and he was he was sweet and all that kind of stuff, but like when he flipped, his angry side was like crazy, like totally different person, angry. And so because of that, I always look at Aries a little funny. Like, I've never dated another Aries since him. And that's not to even put that on all Aries. I just haven't really given another one a chance because that situation was so extreme. But hey, that's that. Leo.
I'm so sorry for that.
Leo.
Sorry for.
Well,
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry for him because he thought he can steal your light, because clearly you're still doing well. You're still surviving. You know, men and women go through domestic violence. So, but
true.
Happy you're here. Tell your story.
Thank you. As far as the Leo goes, I know a Leo. You. And you actually do fit a lot of the Leo things too. But like, I like the good traits. Like, you are a leader. You're somebody who, and I'm not saying this in a bad way. Yeah. You like to be in charge, like, you know, to have some sense of control over what's going on.
Yeah.
You are a leader. You are very protective. Yeah. Yeah, you are those things. Mm-hmm. I don't really know what the negative things about a Leo are, but you fit the positive things about
Well,
Leo,
they said that they have validation issues.
I haven't seen that from you, but I don't know.
I'll add that. I'm gonna say something, but I'm gonna add it to the dating segment. Just remind me. And Gemini, they got 2 sides. One is real and one is fake.
Okay, and then Gemini, funny enough, my longest relationship that I've ever had, his name is Jim. He is a Gemini. Well, James, but, you know, I call him Jim. And his other side, because, you know, Gemini has 2 sides. They say they're like two-faced or whatever. His other side, he would call it Midge, which is Jim backwards. Midge. And I only saw that side a few times, and it was definitely different than his regular side. Not anything violent or anything like that, but just complete opposite of the other one. And I've met some other Gemini people, or actually know other Gemini people who I think, yeah, I do believe they do have two sides, but it's not, I don't think it's the way people make it out, like they're two-faced people, like in a negative way. But that's me on them. What about you?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me see. And this is gonna be messed up. Besides my family and friends, I do my best. When it comes to horoscopes, I really just focus on mine, if I'm being honest. I know that's fake. Like for them, I don't know what month for Aries is. What month is that?
They are in April.
April. I have someone, I'm not gonna bring it up. Cause I don't want to hear that. Yeah, so April. Wait, hold on. Run that back. Kim's birthday was the 20th. What is she considered?
I think she's a Pisces.
Pisces.
It's like before Aries. So
I know she's gonna cuss me out. Sorry, Kim. All right, then let's move on. Leo, me, of course. I could talk about T, but I want to save that for the dating point. I'll run it at my sister then. My sister, she doesn't need attention. She doesn't. It was always me that needed the attention. She doesn't look for validation. She's comfortable in who she is. That's what I love about her. Now, she is aggressive. My sister is a tomboy. Same height as you, aggressive. She fought boys and she fought girls. She was a tomboy through and through. She is a lion, certainly. Gemini. What month is Gemini?
Gemini is the April. Oh, no, sorry. Either May or June, like end of May.
God, nobody I know whose birthday is coming up next month, so no, I can't. I don't think I even met a Gemini who's. I think all people are for me. I don't know, but everybody is capable of having some fake moments. I don't believe there's one person in this world that is perfect and hasn't had fake moments. I had fake moments. I think everybody has shady moments. So I can't just put it all on just a sign. Because you can be a perfect Aries, you can be a perfect Capricorn, and still be an asshole.
Sure.
You could give off a Leo trait, but be a Scorpio. You could be a leader, but still be a Scorpio. So I think it's truly based off your personality. And if your personality matches what they're saying, then that's something to think about. I feel like keep doing you. If you're an Aries and people saying you're aggressive, keep being aggressive, or keep giving them a reason to talk about, because you can't change who you are. I don't think people can change who they are, but you can improve yourself.
That part.
But now we're gonna do a little fun. Dating by Zodiac, smart or stupid? I want to start this one off. Actually, I'm gonna let you start it off. Now let's go to your shirt. You said I don't date Scorpions. Is it Scorpions?
Scorpios. So I
talk
would
about
it because of a joke. It's a joke because I am a Scorpio. So I actually would date a Scorpio. However, have I? Oh, I have dated a Scorpio. I have. And it was fine. I mean, lovely person. It didn't last forever, but we're still friends today. But I don't choose somebody based on their zodiac sign. The only one I'm a little leery about is the Aries thing. And that's just because of the domestic violence
Yeah.
situation. And honestly, I know that's not like, I shouldn't hold all Aries to that. If I met somebody who was wonderful and they're Aries, they may be that person for me. Um, and I would give them a chance initially, but I definitely would be like giving them the side eye at first too. Like, let me make sure everything is good over here. But overall, when it comes to choosing somebody, though, I don't go by zodiac sign. I'm interested to know what you are, zodiac sign wise. I might look and see what the compatibility is supposed to be, on a chart or something like that. But I'm gonna still get to know you as a person over you as a zodiac sign, because, like you said, like we are who we are. Your personality is your personality. Your character is your character. And it's not completely defined by zodiac. So I'm open to all zodiacs, even Aries with a side
eye. So before I continue, I did some research. I love using ChatGPT. So it said Scorpio plus Scorpio equals intense love plus trust issues times 2. Do you agree?
I don't. I think I don't agree, because I feel like it just, again, it depends on the person. Like, if you're somebody who gives me, if the other Scorpio is somebody who gives me reasons to feel like I shouldn't trust them, then I'm gonna feel like I don't trust them, or I'm gonna be wondering, what's going on. But if you haven't given me a reason to feel like you're not trustworthy, then I'm not gonna be, insecure or what's going on with this, or just not trusting you. And if they feel that way with me, then maybe I'm doing something that makes them feel like they can't trust me. I don't know, but I think it's the person. I don't think it's the zodiac.
Okay.
Yours is interesting. Leo and Leo.
Yes. So, T, he is August 7th. I am August 7th. We are both Leos.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Same birthday.
Yeah, same birthday, man. That's so wow.
How?
Me and him, we have the same birthdays. There's moments, and I think this has nothing to do with him being a Leo, because you've seen us together. I think I'm truly an outspoken Leo, but he has his moments, and I know he's gonna look at this episode and give me a call after. But I think he has his moments. But here's the kicker: I truly think it's not because he's a Leo. Sorry, he was playing with his toy, bugging me. I think because he's Haitian. That's why he's the way he is. He's very aggressive at times. Loving. He's twisted. He's loving. He's caring. But there's certain things that I want to do, he'll shut down. And not in a bad way. He's just very feisty. And I came from the Wakefield section, Jamaicans, Haitian. So I was around that for about 12 years. So I've seen that. So I don't see it. There's times where I don't even see his Leoness. Because here's the kicker: when we're out together, I love to be seen with him. Anybody who has good energy, I like to be seen. He's very low key. He's private. He keeps to himself. He doesn't mind me holding his hand, but he doesn't like too much attention. I'm gonna get the attention regardless, and I want it. You're looking at me, feeds off. It does something to me. As you can see, my head is getting bigger because I'm definitely a Leo. And here's funny. I didn't start to fall into this Leo horoscope BS until I got 16, and I started to, I guess, had my moment where I was like, you know what? Maybe I am a lion. I am very loyal. I'm very aggressive. I like to be the last person to have my voice be heard. He's different. He's not like that. Now, dating him is passionate and interesting. I never dated someone who, as a bottom, can make me a little submissive. I fear no man, no woman, no cat. I'll speak my mind and be very vocal about it. Being in a relationship with him, and I think I told him this, it's weird because there's moments where he makes me feel submissive in a fun way, not like in a sexual. No better. But there's moment, and that ties into another thing about sexual roles, but that was last week's episode. But yeah, there's there's moment, and when I say submissive, and it ties in when you said a Leo is a leader, that right there, like when it's his turn to pick a date, I'm following his lead. He's leading. I may be leading him, but when it's time for to pay the bill, puts it on the table. He acts like he's that nigga. I'm like, okay. All right. Make some plans where we're gonna go. So yeah, he has some good leadership skills when it's his turn to be leader. Because let's get something straight. There's two kings. I truly do think a Leo is a king. And with him and me, we do butt heads on who gets the last say-so. So, there's that. One thing I wanted to say, I did some more research. A Libra plus a Libra. Cute couple, but nobody can make a decision. That's a saying about a Libra versus a Libra. Dating a Libra.
Do you think that's true?
Can't make a decision. I need ChatGPT to break that down. Like, what do you mean can't make a decision? Like undecisive?
Or maybe they mean because it's two leaders, two lions, as a couple you can't make a decision because you're both trying to.
No. Libra and Libra.
Oh, Libra and Libra. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know then.
Yeah.
I don't know the traits of a Libra that well. Or the descriptors of a Libra.
I got a question for you and the people at home as we get ready to wrap this up. Could you date yourself in a relationship form? Can I go first?
Yes, please.
I couldn't. I'm trying to say this without like being a punk and crying right now, but I express myself. I couldn't. I am a fucking mess. And not like I'm very talkative. I'm very too outgoing. I would never want to put somebody through that headache of having to take my big self home when I'm wasted. I'm too caring sometimes. T gets at me about being so friendly. And if I was to step back and just see what he's talking about, I would understand, because I am very friendly. I can shake hands, chop it up with the best of them, a stranger, because I'm very, he hates that about me, but I wish I can put myself in his shoes. But no, sometimes I wonder to myself, and I'm not gassing him, what do you see in me? Because I am a lot. I need attention like crazy, He had a block on me the last Wednesday because I was upset with him because he was putting a show before me, and he sat me down. He's like, "Listen, I work 3 jobs. I need a little time to myself. You gonna let me look at my Survivor, and you gonna just deal with it, all right?" I'm like, all right, cool. Do your thing, So yeah, I'm a lot to deal with, but hey. By the time this airs 7 months in, we're still strong. What about you? I think it'd be light work for you. But you're mad sweet. You're kind. You're fun to be around. My only beef with you. Wait, why am I answering? You answer it. See, I'm always talking. Go ahead.
But I like the compliments. Keep them coming. Before I say about me, though, I will say for you, the stuff you named off. Now you can be a lot. However, you are also very loyal, very sweet, very protective, like all these great things.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, you don't know what he sees in you. You're a great person. So But we're always hard on ourselves. The hardest on
Yeah.
ourselves because we know all the fucked up shit that we either do or think, or we criticize ourselves for stuff. So with that being said, I've had to think about that. The question about would I be able to date myself? I saw that somewhere on the internet sometime, where a person was asking like, would you be able to date yourself? And that's a good way to tell, what other people may be experiencing with you. And to be honest, there are parts of me that I could deal with myself. And then there are some parts that maybe not as much. I'm pretty easygoing, so I can deal with a lot from a person. But the things that I don't necessarily, or that would be harder for me to deal with myself, are things that I'm slowly trying to work on. Like for me, I know for sure, and you know this too, I need a lot of time to myself. I deal with, like, I'm in the public a lot. Like even at work, I'm with the public. So, and we live in New York City, so we're always around a lot of people. But even at work especially, I'm around a lot of public people. So it's like, I need to just decompress. I need to just be by myself. I need to not talk. I need to just be with me. And sometimes that may not be the best in a relationship, unless the other person is either the same way or the other person understands that. But sometimes that's not the best in a relationship. And so that's just one of the things that, that might be difficult. But that's a good question for anybody to ask. And I don't even mean single people. Even if you're married, you still could ask yourself, would I be able to date me or be married to me, just to get an idea of what maybe your partner is going through or what your future partner may go through with you. It's a good way to do some self-reflection for all of us.
You're right. So we have to come to the realization of, it's our signs, or are we just toxic people at times?
I honestly feel like it's more so our signs influence certain aspects of our personality. I do believe that. I believe, I'm getting a little more into the astrology thing. Just in the last few months, I've been seeing stuff. Because it's deeper than just your regular zodiac sign. There's what's your rising sign? What's your moon sign? What's your house? There's certain houses that you're in, and where was the alignment with the other planets when you were born at the specific time. Like, it's all deep. And I think it does all play into something bigger, because I feel like I believe that we are all connected. Everything is connected, on a deeper spiritual level. And so I believe it plays into it. But even more than that, who you are or who you present to the world as a person, that is something that we do on our own. You know what I mean? Whether it's real or it's pretend, we control that. And I don't think that the Zodiac controls that part. That's my opinion.
Okay, random, but do you remember the Zodiac killer?
That sounds familiar.
I don't think I was born yet. That was random, but I don't know. I was just thinking.
Oh, you weren't born yet then? Okay, so it would have been a longer time ago. It sounds familiar though.
I think he was killing Zodiac people. I don't know. That was weird.
It sounds familiar.
It was weird. I'm tired. Leave me alone. Interesting. All right. So you don't see yourself dating an Aries anytime soon, correct?
Well, I will say this. I don't see myself searching out an Aries anytime soon. If I meet somebody and they happen to be an Aries, I'll give them a chance. But like I said in the very beginning, for sure, I'm going to be kind of, side-eyeing them a little bit. But yeah, I'll give them a chance.
We'll invite them over. Just have your gun handy.
Exactly.
All right. Well, people, my closing message is to don't judge a book judge a book by its cover, not what is read. We're too busy reading about a zodiac and listening to what Instagram says about a zodiac based off past experiences. Take the time to fill that person out one-on-one, not what you read on Instagram, not what you read on TikTok. Because that person might be your person. They may have those traits that you hear, but you'll be the one to decide, and
Exactly.
make it happen. And one more thing, because I some people say this about me and T, that it's not going to work out between me and him because we're two Leos. It's anything is possible if you put the effort. It's going to work out between me and him because we're going to put the effort, and the effort is already there. One thing we will say, we are both not failures. We won't tolerate failure. We can't tolerate failure. We will try and try and try to make it work. That goes for anything, not just a relationship. That just goes for anything. That's just human nature. You don't want to fail in life. You don't want to fail. That's just human nature. It doesn't matter your sign. You don't want to fail. Nobody wants to fail. Everybody wants to succeed. For me and him, we will be successful. And if we're not, then I'll bite my tongue and say you're right. But here's a kicker. I'm a Leo. I don't like to say you're right. Have a good night, everyone. I don't like to tell you you're right. Have a good night. Quentin, say bye to the people.
Y'all have a good week and love each other. Peace, y'all.